Since starting photography a long time ago, I've made a lot of photos, but only a small percentage of those are what I would consider to be good. And an even smaller percentage of those are what I would consider important photographs, at least in the sense that they're important to me. I printed this photo from a roll of film that I took back in 2017, a photo that for me demonstrates that importance. Even though I've taken hundreds of photos that could be seen as technically better, or that would get more likes online, this, for me, has higher importance than a lot of those. It's a photo of my mum's hands as she's making dough, as I was watching her in the kitchen that day. I just took it casually that day and didn't really take proper notice of it until much later, because I was recently going through old shots taken on Bergger Pancro after having shot another roll of it recently. Now, it doesn't matter that it was taken on that particular film stock, no. Was the photo taken on my Leica with the super sharp Leica or Zeiss lens? No, it wasn't. It was just taken on my Nikon FE with the only basic lens I had at the time. But none of that technical stuff is what's important. It's the photo that's important. It's the fact that it's my mum, it's what this photo of her working away on food for us, for the family, says to me, the memories that it brings back perhaps of me watching her in the kitchen when I was a kid doing similar things. So it's about all those memories that it brings up. And in some way it's about what the symbol of a mother making bread says about life in some way. So I found that importance in this photograph. Now don't worry if you thought otherwise, my mum's still around, but photos like this can and will become more important later on. So where am I going with all this? Should all the photos that we make hold some kind of grand sentimental importance? Of course not. Is it alright to just take photos for the fun of it, or because you enjoyed the way something looks, or to make it for aesthetic reasons? For sure. I do that all the time. This photo taken of trolleys on CineStill at night, would be seen as technically better perhaps, and wouldn't really have that same importance, but I love taking photos like this. Photos like this are what, fuels the vehicle. They're like the pit stops that keep everything serviced and running to sharpen your skills, but the important photos should be like the landmark destinations. They should be where we're heading. Sometimes it's just a matter of asking ourselves what drew us to make a photograph, because it's often subconscious and we don't discover it until later examination and reflection. And it doesn't always need to be so sentimental or personal. For me, I have another photo here which is just a simple travel photograph, but this for me also has that importance. And the importance in this particular photograph is in the moment that it brings me back to, what I felt on that day. It's a photo that I took while wandering around alone in Nepal, a country that I was completely new to, and just in awe of everything that was around me. And it was me watching these school kids, these schoolboys running around in the rain, having so much fun, and maybe reminding me of maybe how I used to play as a kid. And that maybe had its own sentimental value in that way, but I had no personal connection to the people in this scene. And a lot of the importance was also just in the wonder that I felt watching these kids and how much fun they were having in such humble ways. Not a single one of them was on their smartphone or some kind of device. The smiles on their faces that spoke to me of their gratitude for life for the moment, and some of that gratitude that I had for that moment on the same day too. So sometimes you need to find the importance or to make it. And what I would love to know is, what is that importance for you? What are important images that you've taken or that you've created importance in the meaning behind them? Or where do you look for it in the images that you try and create, or wherever it is you're going forward with your photography? I'd love to hear your perspective. Share it in the comments, share a photo somehow. I'm not going to stop taking photos just for superficial reasons or because I'm just documenting life in a casual way. No, I'm going to keep doing that, but I want to continue to think about my photography, to keep learning, reflecting, and to find inspiration in this importance. Thanks for listening to me sit and talk. I haven't done a video like this since the Liberation Through Limitation video, which I'll leave a card for. But when I made that video, it was a lot better received than I had expected, and I do enjoy making videos like this every now and then, where it's just discussion and insight. So I hope that you got something out of it and that maybe it got you thinking, because when I make videos like this and gather my thoughts, it serves as a reminder and a learning experience to myself. But again, I hope that maybe you got something out of it, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video and I'll see you next time.